What's up guys, my name is Alfie. Welcome to Greener Shoes, a skateboarding YouTube channel that has sustainability perspectives in skateboarding shoes. Today we're gonna look at a pair of Ipath Footwear Artisan S's and discuss the sustainability in Ipath Footwear. So Ipath Footwear is an older skate brand that introduced a lot of cool, interesting materials in skateboarding, such as organic cotton and hemp materials. I believe they had a goal of being a little more environmentally respectful, so they introduced a lot of cool new materials and really focused on making their shoes perform the way they should. I don't really know too much about Ipath Footwear, but what I do know is that I bought these shoes at a skate shop in Malmö called Street Lab a couple of years ago, and I used them for a while for skating obviously, but then after a while I did start walking in them and just had them as a chiller pair of shoes. So getting into the shoes, these pair of Ipath Artisan S's feature a moccasin boat style look with a big seam here on the toe. They feature a waxed suede, which is supposed to repel water and moisture from getting into the shoes. They also feature a really nice collar here on the back and a pretty padded tongue. On the inside here we have like a softer fleece material, which is really nice. It really hugs your foot and makes them really comfortable. I think that the waxed suede actually got a little bit too hot, so a couple of years ago I sort of made these smaller air holes on the top of the toe box here and also on the side, which made them slightly cooler, but the suede is definitely a little bit hot. Because Ipath collaborated with Vibram, the outsole company, to make this really specific outsole. It's supposed to be resembling your fingerprints. I don't really know too much about the outsole, but I could remember they were really grippy and they performed really nice. So what I found maybe the most interesting in this pair of shoes was the upper made of the waxed suede. I mentioned before that they were water repellent and they performed really nice. I felt the board all the way through. They still have some structure even though I can fold them together, but they were really nice when I actually did skate them. The fit was pretty comfortable as well, and I'm really happy with these shoes. That's why they lasted me so long. So when skating these, I mostly did a lot of shove-its and shove-it variations, big spins, all that good stuff. So I didn't really put a dent in the upper at all, especially not up here where the moccasin style seam probably would rip. Either way, they performed really nice. Around here, the seam sort of blew through, separating these two panels, but only slightly, and it didn't really matter to me. The upper is still pretty solid. It's mostly the outsole that has gone through here. This is what the other shoe looks like. You can see it's a pretty similar wear and tear issue on these soles, but I mean it's around the ball of your foot. It's pretty common to wear them out first, so I'm not very surprised. And also the heel, from dragging your heels when stopping on your board, standard to wear them out this way. So from a sustainability aspect, the waxed suede probably isn't the best alternative even in skate shoes. I know a lot of skate shoes are usually suede, but after reading this book, the Material Source book for design professionals, they mention a lot of different alternatives to ordinary suede, such as horse, sheep, kangaroo and pig leather. Also synthetic leathers, PU leathers and PVC based leathers. There are bonded leathers and bark and wicker leathers. So greener alternatives to suede would be, I've heard a lot about mushroom leather and pineapple leather recently. I also read an article saying that you could also dissolve paper pulp into this really thick and durable leather, which is supposed to be better because, well, I'll link the website in the description. You can read for yourselves. Seeing as suede is used in most skate shoes nowadays, I would be really interested to see how different suede alternatives would have an environmental impact on these shoes. According to Thames and Hudson, animal skins were once a practical material fundamental to our ancestors' way of life. Nothing was wasted when an animal was killed, and the skins provided a versatile material used to make shelter, bedding, clothing, and footwear. Today, leather is a byproduct of the meat and milk industries. In the case of cattle, the sale of leather contributes to the growth and development of the industry. But there are concerns about the negative impacts of the livestock industry as a whole, including freshwater consumption, overuse of antibiotics, energy consumption, and greenhouse gas emissions. The impacts depend on location, as there are tremendous variation in agricultural practices around the world. Immediately after slaughter, bacteria will begin to break down the skin. It is preserved by adding salt or by refrigeration. The best option is to use locally sourced refrigerated hides, because salting can cause pollution, for example by increasing chloride levels in rivers. Processing the skins in the tannery consumes large quantities of chemicals and water. There has been significant improvements in recent years. Even so, most tanneries consume more than 350 liters of water per square meter of leather. The majority of tanning takes place in India, China, and Bangladesh, where labor costs are low and worker protection is virtually non-existent. All three tanning techniques, mineral, synthetic, and vegetable, are damaging to people and the environment when carried out on an industrial scale. Each has its drawbacks. For example, chrome tanning waste is dangerous and polluting. Synthetic tanning uses large quantities of nasty chemicals, such as formaldehyde and naphthalene. And vegetable tanning consumes a lot of water. So the big question is, are these Ipath Artisan S's greener shoes or not? It's hard to say really. You can leave a comment down below what you think would be alternative materials or construction methods in these shoes. That's my review for the Ipath Artisan S's. Tell me what you think about these shoes or any alternative materials in construction. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep it green.